it, Jordan here, and today we're going to be creating this long couch and also the kitchen / dining area. So not the stove, but the table and chairs. So the first thing I'm going to do is go add mesh cube. Now I'm going to select and go Alt G, go on the Z axis, go Shift Z, and I'm just going to move it to one of the cushion areas, like that. Good. Okay, now what I'm going to do is go on the Y axis and go ST to make it a good, a good scale like that. All transforms and need to bevel it. Okay, let's check it. I think we get a teeny bit more beveling. Good, that's fine. Okay, now what I'm going to do is move it up a bit. I'm going to go on the Z axis and I'm going to go Shift D, go Object Set Origin, Origin to Geometry. In fact, what we can do is not do the bevel in edit mode, but add modifier bevel. And you'll see why in a few seconds. So let's just bevel 2 or 3, good. Now let's duplicate it, Object Set Origin, Origin to Geometry. And now if we scale it, instead of flattening it, it will flatten it. However, that's just because if we go apply all transforms, then it'll be all fixed. So you can even do it in edit mode and just move like that. So it's a really nice bevel. Good. Okay. Now right over here, let's extrude it out. And again, like up to, so if we just go Shift Z, like that, EY. Okay, and I'm just going to follow all the corners like so. Okay, I've done. Now let's duplicate these cushions into place. Like that, that, and then that. Okay, now what I'm going to do is go on the Y-axis and just move it, number 1, move it up to the floor, and number 2, make this a little higher. Now let's select all our cushions, go Object Set Origin, Origin to Geometry. Okay, so let's select these all again. Okay, and move it up a bit. That's good. Now let's move it down a teeny bit like that. Okay, now if we select our cube underscore 001, so if we just move it like that, good. We go on face select mode, let's click / so you can just see this. And like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go E. I'm going to go Shift D, P selection, and I'm just going to fill this in. Okay, and like that. Good. Now if we just go E to extrude it, there, that's perfect. And now let's remove this bevel first. And let's hide this bevel. Now go add modifier, Boolean, and we did this before, and we're going to go union. Now fast or exact. Okay, and now let's add real time again to the bevel. Apply all transforms. Okay, it seems not to work, so let's just go in edit mode and bevel is here instead. So we can just go X limited dissolve, and now let's bevel it. Okay, and like that. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Okay, now we have our couch. Let's check it out. Perfect. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the kitchen table. So I'm going to go add mesh, and I'm going to add a plane. And let's just get the shape of our kitchen dining table. Okay, good. Now if we move it down a bit, like that, and give it some thickness. Perfect. Now let's go on the Z-axis, and like that. Okay, good. Now if we select the areas where the leg should be, maybe like that. Okay, good. Let's go Shift D, P selection. And now if we go back to our table, let's go X limited dissolve. And now we go Shift Z. Okay, now let's just extrude it down to the floor. Okay, so I think we need to make it maybe a little higher. So maybe like that, I think. Yeah, that's about fine. Now let's model the chairs. Okay, so I've got the chair as an image in the same way I did last time, in the last episode, where we're adding some classic Victorian details. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is, let's just see it's good. So what I'm going to do is go add mesh, and I'm going to add a cylinder and make the number of vertices 6. Or maybe 10. Let's go code on and check it out. Good. What I'm going to do is go GZ, and now what I'm going to do is just go snap. There. Okay, good. Now it's kind of leaning perfectly. Now let's scale it down maybe and go view frame selected, shift S cursor to world origin. Okay. So what I'm going to do is select the bottom and go S a bit. Okay, and let's go S a bit like that. And now on the top view, let's just move it a bit like that again. Okay, good. So let's go RZ 90 and move it a bit. Good. Now object state origin to 3D cursor, and let's add a mirror. Okay, and let's move it a little further away like that, and another mirror, and let's move it further away like that. Okay, and then that. Perfect. Now what I'm going to do is go add mesh plane, and I'm going to scale it up. Let's move it like that. Okay, like that. And then let's to extrude it up like that. So it's a very simple chair shape. Now what I'm going to do is just go Command B on go V for beveling vertices, and like that. Like that. We can apply all the transforms. V. Good. Okay. And then over here, let's also bevel it. You can even go inset a bit and go E and go Alt E on edges. Okay, so we can go E a teeny bit like that. Okay, and then right here. 0. Okay, perfect. Now you can go shade smooth. Yeah, I think that's actually fine, I think. We can even, so we can move it a teeny bit back. Good. Okay, so if we go at a loop cut like, so if we add a loop cut there and a loop cut there, then go K. So basically what this does is it just adds a cut, so you can make shapes in objects that you can't do with loop cuts. Okay, let's move it like that. So basically it does more interesting shapes you want, then you can just make a very simple shape with loop cuts. Anyway, let's just go shade smooth on all of them, add modifier, boolean, select our legs, union, fast, apply everything and delete the legs to chair. So I think that's fine actually. Okay, now let's scale this down to the correct size of the chair. Okay, good. So I think that obviously looks crazy weird. So let's move it maybe like that. Okay, I think I'm going to make the legs a little thinner also. Let's go individual origins and S and Shift Z. Okay, good. I think that's getting a little better. So I think in this one we can only fit in 2 chairs. So there's a 4 people table. Okay, and RZ 180. Move it like that. Good. Okay, it's looking good. So this is the end of the episode. In the next episode, what I'm going to do is do the bedroom, and also I think what I'll do is the stove or the counter. Okay, so this is the end of this episode. Bye!